Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 3 online faculty development program on artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science with research applications. A special welcome to our today's resource person, Dr. Kaushik Sekaran, sir. Welcome you, sir. I welcome all the participants. Kaushik Sekaran, sir, you will hand out the sessions. Take over the session.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you very much for introducing me. Good morning, all participants. Hope my voice is audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. So now I'll start the presentation. I'll share the screen, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, is my screen sharing visible, sir?
Yes, yes. Fine.
So, good morning, everyone. So today my topic of discussion is innovation in AI as well as IoT. We are going to see the Internet of Things as well, because most of our AI algorithms we are implementing, and most of that, even the real-time systems as well as all the systems are being connected to IoT, right? Because we are taking data continuously towards the sensor data as well as all the monitoring control data, weather control. So everything we are looking into the IoT perspective. So today I'm going to talk something on AI innovation and also how we can use the IoT intelligence for our applications. And also, yesterday also we discussed some of the research dimensions. So today I will talk in similar things related to IoT and also about patents and future opportunities we'll discuss. Okay, let us go into the slides. So the first thing is, I think you know about Satya Nadella. He's an Indian, and now he's a CEO in Microsoft. He told one thing: our industry does not respect tradition; it only respects innovation. That means traditional approach is needed, yet we need to innovate continuously, because innovation is a continuous process. What I'm saying is, so suppose if you are inventing some new things, people will appreciate. But again, if you're inventing something similar to that, people will not take your product. Rather, some enhancement is needed on that innovation. That is what Satya Nadella always look on it, and he told this. No, like what are the innovative idea like in AI and IoT, such as we will see even some simple examples such as smart dust sensors. Suppose if we have dust in our home, usually we are cleaning up, but you know there are some uh, particulate matters that is very minute dust that we cannot remove it. So there are some innovations coming up recently in China and USA where they are inventing this smart dust sensor. That means whenever dust fall in our table or desk or home, immediately it will go and clean. So it's also available in markets such as Amazon. They have cleaning robot is also available. But similarly, how it will be working, I'll tell you. Then brain computer interfaces, like it's a lot of research papers are also coming in brain machine interfaces, such as how a machine can be linked same like a human brain and completely in ANN, artificial neural networks. Then smart farming, like we can say identification of plants, then precision agriculture, and also identification of plant diseases. That also important nowadays, because earlier farmers are doing the farming in a traditional way, but what happened there is, you know, sometimes the farmer may not know what diseases the plant got, so he may give some other pesticide, so the plant will die finally because of the pesticide. So rather than, if we predict the disease, or if we know the disease of the plant, then we can better deal it in a very correct way. So that is one of the called smart farming. And also precision agriculture, and such as how much water is needed for a particular plant to grow. So automatically, water automation is there, and even the mineral automation, whatever the mineral the plants need, suppose potassium or some other minerals also, the intake will be very regular. So these kind of things are coming out. Then digital twins, I will talk about this today. And in healthcare, medical IoT is there, and also traffic AI, like what are all the fields the AI is whatnot. Everywhere now it is being implemented. So automatic traffic control management is also one of the examples. So these are the innovations what we are looking in our current era. So let us look one by one. Okay, so how we can make our ideas to impact? This is one of the like trending topic, and also as well as debatable discussion as well. See, every idea cannot get into a product, and every product cannot be taken into a patent. But what happens if we take and patent it, or properly if you do that copyright in your name? So what may happen? So that also we'll discuss today. So it is all about innovation in AI and IoT. So like nowadays, even lot of research is going in medical sciences, biological sciences, machine engineering, machine learning, and so on. But if you see the patenting mechanisms in that, it is quite difficult because for approval in suppose there is called DBT. I think hope many of us know. Department of Biotechnology, that is in Delhi. They are funding a lot of crores of rupees to many institutions, prestige institutions such as IITs, NITs, and also some top tier NARF colleges. They are giving the funds. So how they are securing is they are writing some paper, they are patenting it, then they are going for funded project. Whenever we are patenting our work, then if it is going to refer that grant as well as our paper references in that proposal. So what they will think, like what the funder, like funded project agency, what they will think is, okay, so already he got enough idea on about that product, like because he already patented it, he got a grant also, and he got a good publication such as suppose in IoT, if you are publishing in Elsevier or IEEE transactions, or a top tier that's called core EA plus conferences. Suppose if you present that, then they may have a confidence that okay, then we can give the funds for them. Okay, let's have an interview. Like so, they will be calling you. So it is important to have patent as well as a good publication every year. I'm not saying suppose if you are doing in you have done in 2023, then you should not be again lazy or silent. You should be keep on working on it. Innovation will be all the way. Like today you can innovate, and tomorrow some other may be using the same concept. But who is doing the first? Okay, who is patenting it? They will have a copyright. Okay, so we will discuss about this, and how to make our patent to grant also I will tell you today. Okay, so first, how all this got started, I will tell you. So the first is 1950s Turing machines. I think many of you from computer science, those who are not from computer science, I will tell you the basics of Turing machines. So Turing machines, it is one of the, Alan Turing. I think you know the story. He is one of the biggest science researcher and computer science as well as computer scientist and mathematician. He invented Turing machine for simple calculation initially. Because we have ALUs, arithmetic logic units, then they transfer those hardware circuits like logic gates they designed, and this Turing machine helpful in creating one by one data, and it is keep on sending to the machine's final output. So finally, we got the Turing machine. So that is a tech timeline. So in 1980s, the internet started evolution and PCs, personal computers. Then after 20 years, we got the smartphone era where we are storing all the data in cloud, and big data came into the picture because we are keep on storing in cloud. That became a big challenging thing. Then slowly big data came for reducing the size, such as virtual memory and so on. Things came, virtualization came, then machine learning. So that now we have advanced concepts such as edge AI. That means even our sense, but they have to pass those information to the nearby servers. So those are called edge AI devices. Then IoT. Now, biodigital twins, the upcoming era. That means how our bio data, bio means biological data, suppose our health data, say for example, how it is being taken by sensor, simple sensor, or suppose there is called heart monitoring, blood monitoring, there is called blood pressure monitoring. So like a lot of things, how they are taking and how they are accurately, precisely giving to the healthcare professionals such as doctors, nurses. They need to analyze from some other remote places. So this is the upcoming challenge in IoT. So the growth is also, it is, it is massive. Suppose if you say there is $190 billion is the market share or market growth in AI. Suppose, say for example, I'll say one example. There's a company called Samsung, right? So they were growing and growing their like marketing their products through a lot of smartphones and other things, but they did not match up with AI. Last 3 years, even though Samsung is creating number of products, they don't have their own AI. They are having their, they are linking with Google Assistant and so on. So now they are out of the AI market. But such as Google, they have their own mobile phones, smartphones such as Pixel, right? So they have integrated Gemini in that, and they are growing, as well as Apple. That's called Apple Intelligence. So they are like growing in two-dimensional vertical growth. It's called two-dimensional. That means they are going in the hardware product. At the same time, they are creating their own AI. That means they are going to increase their revenue exponentially. That is what. So in 2025, the overall AI market is very high. And if you take the IoT devices, there's a prediction also. That's called Gartner's prediction. I think Gartner is one of the great agency that is doing prediction every year in cloud as well as in IoT. They are predicting every year there are 5 billion devices connecting to IoT. That means devices such as, suppose I'm using some air conditioner in my room, suppose. So what may happen in future is I want to switch on this air conditioner whenever I'm starting from the office. Suppose I locked my home and I went to office. Whenever I want to reach my home, I want a weather that I want to feel that cool weather after entering my home. So this comfort and this sophistication is needed for almost every individuals across the globe. So what they are doing, I want to switch on my AC remotely. So because of this IoT, it is possible. The simple idea is we have to connect a kind of a chip in the air conditioner unit, kind of a SIM card, you can say. Okay, so it can be accessible by the cloud. So whenever we are pressing on the switch on our mobile phone, it is connected to cloud, and the cloud is sending the signals to this IoT enabled air conditioner, and we are able to switch on immediately. Okay, so but only thing is power has to be on. Like if the power shutdown is there, we cannot do anything. Okay, so the basic thing is the power has to be on. But at the same time, what I'm telling is, so like that, many devices are getting into IoT. So the IoT market also going up. IoT production, chip manufacturing, semiconductor industry, transistors, everything is going up. So this, if you calculate, so 30 plus billion devices are connected globally till now. And the Gartner prediction is every year 5 billion devices connecting, and it will increase. Surely it will increase. That is Gartner's prediction. And so the fusion of AI plus IoT that powers the smart systems. So the AI plus IoT is a kind of a deadly combination, you can say. That means more and more smart system and more prediction may happen, and also it will completely. Suppose I told one example like dust sensors. Suppose if it is only with IoT, what will happen is it will clean only the dust. But what will happen in the next minute, we don't know. But this dust sensor with AI, what we can predict is how many dust fallen in this particular time interval. It will calculate accordingly. It will enable those robots. So these kind of powering innovations along with prediction accuracy will keep you high to like the innovation is, it's all about how we think and how we connect to technologies. Okay, so it is in agriculture and healthcare and lot of industries, even in manufacturing sectors. Most of the even the TV units, they are now in the AI based manufacturing. I'll say one example. There is a solitaire there is a TV unit, they are producing a chip for that attachment to the LED circuits. So what they did recently is through that infrared enabled sensors, they just created a blow unit. That means whenever there is a defect in the system, it will automatically, the blow unit will blow that particular chip out of that pipelines. Like that's called manufacturing line, right? It will blow out, and that only whatever required it will be in this pipeline. That is going into the manufacturing unit. So these kind of advanced devices they are using for increasing their productivity of their industries. So the interdisciplinary synergy also we have to look into. Suppose some students or some participants, I can say faculties or researchers, that may be correct here, because most of you are faculty as well as research scholar, right? So I can use faculties. Okay, so some people they are working in machine learning, or some will be in cloud, some will be in deep learning, and some will be in IoT, and some will be in some other domain like networks, the wireless sensor, like lot of domains are there, right? So now what my point of discussion here is, let us integrate and go with interdisciplinary research. That means, if you are doing in only one way, it may be working. I'm not saying any wrong in it, but what may happen is you cannot increase your scope of doing research, because you will only narrow down your research. What may happen finally, you will end up with some simple problem. Okay, that's fine for your PhD research, but after that, if you want to grow in some different dimension, let us suppose if you are collaborating with a civil engineer, suppose for example, suppose civil engineering guy is that he is doing research on soil testing. Okay, suppose already there are some sensors available for test the soils. This is called soil moisture sensor using capacitance. Okay, so if you are integrating the soil testing along with IoT, then it will become more powerful. That research become more powerful. So that if you see the current research topics that is getting published in a lot of good journals, I'm saying, elsewhere, if you go and just search in Science Direct, lot of interdisciplinary, interdomain topics are coming and evolving. Earlier, it was only, suppose a physics guy will do only in physics, a chemistry guy will do only in chemistry. But now, what is the advancement of nanotechnology or nanochemical, and how we predict the next biomolecule elements using AI? Okay, so this artificial intelligence ruling the world, we can say. For example, AI along with MLDL plus IoT sensors. So if you collaborate this is called smart health monitoring. So you may be saying, sir, simply I'm having a smartwatch, it is giving all the data. Okay, but you given some price for that smartwatch, right? What I'm saying is you are buying that smartwatch either from Apple or from some normal company. Okay, even a Chinese company is giving some smartwatches. Okay, still you are paying minimum 1,000 rupees for a smartwatch. So what I'm saying is how we can do this indigenously. Suppose if you are creating a design, if you are creating a patent on your own, then you can suppose there is a I want to say some random name. There is called Amrut, Jayapatha. So like there are some. So Jayapatha Industries, Amrut Industries, like that. You can start. You can patent your own product. Then you can start selling the product in market. So the innovation is starting from here, and you are ending up with some product. So you will always get benefit out of it, and also, but it's not a simple task. We have to connect with a lot of industries. We need to test, and a lot of procedures are there. But what I'm saying is, let us go with interdisciplinary research. That is called interdisciplinary synergy as well. And there are a lot of Indian innovations. That's what I told. Indigenous means like made in India. That's what I am telling. Made in India strategy we have to follow. Suppose, for example, in COVID time, I think you know about this. There's an app called Arogya Setu. They keep on tracking about number of COVID cases, and also they are telling what to do, what not to do, and everything. So this is one of the Indian innovations. And nowadays in Agri IoT we have soil health cards available, and there is also called COVID app, like how many vaccination doses you have taken. Suppose people may say, sir, I have taken 1 and 2 vaccines. I also taken booster doses. whether to take vaccination or not, I'm not discussing about it. I'm telling there are some app that will monitor your vaccination time schedules, periods, everything. Not only about COVID. Suppose a newborn baby is in this year. Suppose there are some vaccination, compulsory vaccination doctors are saying, but due to busy schedules and mother and father both are working, they don't have the time to think about the vaccination timings because they are taking care. That is ultimate, obvious. But what I'm telling is, they made a chance of forgetting the vaccination date because of the doctors also busy with lot of patients. He won't be remembering your child's health. Okay, so whenever we go, then he'll be happy to vaccine your child. But what I'm saying is, this kind of app will be helpful for checking our time schedules. Action. We can take our students and we can go there, and you just go on industrial visit, like just one day, morning to evening, you just spend time. But prior that we have to get an approval. You just write a mail to T-Hub officials, so they will give, because you are writing from institutional mail, so they will surely reply for it. So they will assign one date. Okay, so in that date, if you go morning 10 to evening 4, they will be permitting to visit the industrial area. So you can just go and make your student also to understand, because most of the T-Hub employees a big success. And some other students, they are doing AI chatbots for farmers. See, whatever today I'm presenting, it's all reality. It's in action. That's what Indian innovation in action. That means it is real. So what they are doing is, suppose a farmer having doubt. Farmer usually, every farmer is not having a BTech AC, MTech AC, and PhD AC. See, they are doing a very big job than every graduates, because all human are living in this earth because of the farmers' hard effort, because of their growing in the fields. But people may be saying crazy. See, I am paying money for my rice. I am taking, okay, but if the farm is, but I'm not going to discuss more about this. Just for an example, I'm telling farmers taking the money, but it is very lesser compared to the distributors. But okay, let's come into the directly to the point. So farmer has need to be uh, given all these technologies so that he can do it with very practical way, and also, and he can be eased to do his work. These chatbots will help farmer in their own language. Suppose the farmer is knowing only Telugu, so these chatbots will be designed. I think yesterday I told about NLP and phonemes. Sorry, phonemes. So in that phonology, what happened? So every natural language, the particular machine is analyzing, right? So Telugu based app is coming, or Hindi based app is coming. So the farmer know in their regional language, they can communicate with the chatbot, and finally they can get the solution. Suppose which pesticide and how much quantity we have to keep, and what is the seasonal plants. Some plants will be growing in only some season. So these kind of innovations, the farmer can get through the idea through some app, and accordingly they can harvest, and they can cultivate, and also they can see those seedlings inside their soil. So these are some AI chatbots is available. Okay, now we will see what are the types of innovation. It is an overall comparative view. And up to now, any doubts, participants? Okay, I sorry, I assume there are no doubts. Can I proceed with this? Or everyone understanding? Okay, so there are some different types of innovation. We'll see one by one. The first is called incremental, that is a gradual improvement in your technology as well as your product based ideas. Okay, that's called incremental innovation. There's also called disruptive. Disruptive means there is a radical change. That means sudden you are coming with some technology that is going to help lot of different domains of people. That's called disruptive. So suppose yesterday I told NLP is a disruptive technology. That means before that NLP was not implemented, suddenly they implemented and it's become a big success, right? Disruptive means radical change, but that's called destructive. That is in a negative meaning. So it is, please read this as disruptive. Okay. Then frugal, that is cost effective and grassroots level. That means suppose if you are creating a product, it must be, you should, every even a common people, layman also should buy that and use that accordingly. Suppose if you are creating a product and initially we are selling for my product is 1 lakh, otherwise I will not give it, then most of the people cannot afford it. So it may be the product may not get hit in market. There are a lot of debates and discussion here also, but anyway, these are types of innovation. It's an overall comparative view on this. Okay, so the first take is innovation agri-tech, that is called smart drone system. You may be questioning me, like, sir, already we have drone technology, already we have AI-enabled agriculture. Then what is, why we are mixing the drone with the agriculture? So that is called AI-enabled drones that can be fly on top of the agri fields to test the soil. That is, it will completely scan the soil and it will test the soil health and also test the soil moisture, and also it will keep on taking the images and send to our system to analyze it properly. Suppose if there are some stones or some big objects are there, it will be able to capture that. So this will help the farmers to save their time, right? So that is soil scanning. Then crop health monitoring. So after some 30 days or 90 days, the farmer has to check the crop, but the farmer cannot fly directly, right? So the drone will help the farmers to check the crop health. Suppose if more insects are there in the crop, that also this drone is detecting, and it is. And I want to say one more thing here. I got this information and news long back, 6 months back. One of my colleague was telling about this. There are some shooters. Drone-based shooters are coming to shoot the insects. So even it seems to be crazy, but this is one of the innovation that already happened in Europe. So in Europe, in some fields, what they're doing, if the insect is coming and sitting in the plant, there's a small drone. Okay, it is also looking like insect. It will be flying near that plant, and it will shoot that insect. Shoot means it's like a gun. Okay, it is having a small gun that is having that pesticide. It is directly hitting that insect. Insect is dying at that place only. See, because if you're, it is like, it seems to be harsh, but it is a reality, because if more insects are there, then we will not get food in this world. Okay, so I'm saying it very practically. So insect shooting also happening nowadays. So these kind of innovations also going on. Okay, so then is targeted pesticide delivery. So this is, suppose a tomato plant is there and a brinjal plant is there. We cannot give the same pesticide to the different plants. So which plant to give which pesticide also to be noted down accordingly, that drones will deliver those pesticide on that plant, because the drone is kind of flying, right? Someone has to there to control the drone. Okay, so one human effort is needed, but still what will happen is the drone is carrying those like kind of pesticide, and it is spraying in those fields for more good agriculture, precision agriculture. So these are the patent filed, like soil scanning, crop health, targeted pesticide delivery. So use case based precision agriculture happening nowadays. So this is the innovation in agri tech. It is also called smart drone systems. So I think hope everyone understood this, right? Now we'll move to healthcare innovation. So there's called AI-based wearable devices. We can also say wearable IoT devices. Okay. So what happening here is I think you know about wearable devices, right? Anyone, if you don't know about wearable devices, anyone here? Like, okay, I will explain it. So, suppose if you are wearing a smartwatch, it is also a wearable device because it is taking care of your BP, your blood pressure level, as well as your SpO2 oxygen level, and also your smartwatch is giving the ECG report also nowadays. But there are some wearable devices for detecting or predicting the breast cancer risk detection is there. You know, suppose if the woman is wearing those devices, it will say the possible cancer risk because it is one of the commonly seen cancer in women, that is breast cancer, where uh, because of lot of reasons are there, but simply there are some wearable devices that is detecting the breast cancer, and after detecting immediately it will alert those women's, and they will be checking, and through that's called mammography, and a lot of innovations or the instruments are there along. And you know, in recently 1 month back I have seen in the Week magazine called the Week. Okay, even you can check it, the June month, the Week magazine. In that, the recent medical, one of the unfortunate incident is nowadays in Indians, males are getting breast cancer. It's not only female. Okay, so male population also getting the risk of breast cancer. It may be sound crazy, but it is true. The medical professionals, healthcare professional published those articles. You know, because even the male have chest, and the breast cancer risk is possible for male also. Okay, so this is what an unfortunate incident, and because of this, males, they are feeling hesitant and shy to discuss this with their family and the doctors. They are in the increased risk, so they are getting into a lot of problems. So it is not bad to go and check with healthcare professionals. Okay, because it is our health, it is our body, so we need to take care. Okay, so whenever we having the pain in our chest or breast, we need to go for doctor if it is a heavy pain, and also if it is keep on, that it's called pinching pain, right? So if it is something serious, we have to consult with healthcare professional without any hesitation or without any shy, because the world is very much simple and very much already having lot of inventions. We have to help the individuals, and as much as possible. Okay, so okay, let us go to the next topic, ML model on patient data, that is machine learning model. There are a lot of supervised, unsupervised model algorithms. So patient data is taken care, and all the data are uploaded in cloud, and finally we are getting the data in our mobile. So these are some ML models, and these patent also filed in healthcare innovations such as accessible and early diagnosis solution, because you know the kind of diseases. Suppose if you have, I should not say if you have, if someone have, okay, we should not say disease, means we should not use that word itself. Like, be a positive spirit, think positive. Okay, so if someone have some disease, suppose say for example it is a malaria, dengue, or some jaundice, they can rectify and come out of disease after some medications. But there are some disease such as cancer, AIDS, and COVID. Okay, even COVID is a deadlier disease. Okay, so the patients cannot, the recovery ratio is very less. So these kind of diseases, if they detect or diagnose it early, then probably their lives will be saved, right? So this is more important. Early diagnosis is very, very important. So suppose if you're working on the real-time health data, then you can go with these kind of patterns like wearable devices. These kind of things you can check it out. Even it is a new idea, you can even note it down in your laptop or in your mobile, wearable devices for breast cancer risk detection, you can take it out. So it is one of the patent, you can go for it. Then how we can think about the smart irrigation? Okay, so I already told you that's called water monitoring, water level, and also mineral levels. Even I published 3 papers on this smart irrigation systems, because I taken particular field, suppose a banana field, how it will be affected, and if it is a paddy field, how it will be affected. So everything we have to check it out, because banana needs less water, paddy needs more water. So both are different. Suppose if you do more water in banana, then the growth will be getting affected. So these kind of problems are there. So real-time sensing is needed as well as the AI prediction. So how much water we have to pour for the next day also the AI will tell because of the past data. Because AI is very simple, the input is the raw data that is depends upon the history of the data. Okay, so the input and the processing with number of layers. Suppose if you take the deep learning methods, number of hidden layers we have to increase so that more accurate results may be coming in the output. And the real world demo of AI plus IoT synergy. So in smart irrigation it is possible. So that is one of the smart irrigation in action. Okay, now you may be questioning me, sir, I am having some idea. Is it invention or innovation or what? Can anyone answer for it? Okay, I think no reply. Anyway, I will continue. So not all inventions become innovations. Okay, so suppose if I am having some idea, I'm inventing something, but that is not called innovation. Innovation is something we need to create or develop that should help the human era as well as even animals. Okay, so or birds, it has to help the plants. So some innovations will be helping the humans and all living beings in real time to make their life very easy. Suppose think for example, 100 years back there is no ceiling fan. So that time what the kings used to do, they have some assistant, they need to have some hand fan. Okay, they have to keep on doing the fans for the kings. So their hand is getting pain, right? So after the invention of ceiling fan, now everyone we are enjoying the airs, okay, and air conditioner is one of the innovations, and tube light, LED. So like lot of innovations are coming down. So how you can think out of the box is the important thing. I will say simply, those who are listening carefully, please listen, because I'm asking some questions, people are not replying. That means even yesterday I asked about the FDB coordinator. Sir, are they really understanding or they are not at all understanding? Then sir told, okay sir, I think no one is answering, like no one is asking question means everyone are understood everything. But some people for namesake, for certificate sake, they will be attending FDB. Please don't do that, because if you listen something, you will be some of the other time you'll be getting benefited. I am an active listener. First of all, I'll be attending FDP still. Now I am taking FDP. I'm the speaker, but per month I used to attend 4 5 FDPs from lot of places, from IITs, NITs, and also all the institutions. I used to attend. Last month also attended an FDP in Anurag universities. Like I used to attend a lot of FDPs so that we'll get lot of knowledge and again share the knowledge. That's it. So what I'm saying is, suppose if you're listening, please listen this. If you're inventing or thinking about some innovation, make a note of it, write it, start developing on it, start working on it, and have a team. Please have a team. 2 or 3 like-minded people, please have a team and start writing a funded project proposal. See, it's not the question about my proposal will get selected or not. Don't think in that way. First, let us submit to the agencies such as DST and DBT, even CDAC, and also there's called ICSSR. So these kind of agencies are ready to fund because they have surplus funds with them. They want a good proposal. But unfortunately, I don't know. Many proposals are getting rejected, even though if it is in good quality. I'm not going to again have a debate on it. But what I'm saying is try to think something innovatively and start submitting the proposals. You may be asking, sir, already precision agriculture is there. Already IoT is there. Already A is there. What can I write? This point I'll say you. Just now I told you, I'm going back to some slides again. Suppose smart irrigation, it is there. But how can you implement the smart irrigation in a kind of a different field? Suppose there's cotton field. In there's a place called Nalgonda. Okay, there are more cotton irrigations are there. You take some leave to the college, like take 2 days leave to the college. Okay, suppose if you are in a college or institution or university, take 2 days CL. Even I'm saying this openly. I'm not saying to take on duty because I'm saying openly. So take some casual leave, go and visit some fields nearby your area, or in Hyderabad outskirts, Karimnagar. You go and visit there, and you talk to the people, or even Sundays, Saturday, Sundays, go and just check out what they actually need. Start thinking about it. Start writing the proposal, and you take some photograph on that field. Okay, even in research papers, you can attach those photographs. That survey you have done some survey in some other places. So I'm not saying the selfie. I'm saying the paddy field with the that's called geotagging photo. You do that. So these kind of things, you can it's an innovation. Visiting the field is not an innovation. I'm saying after visiting, what you do is the innovation. What you think is the innovation. Okay. So after you visit, you think about what are the current scenarios the farmer is going through, and what you can do for their betterment. You can think in that way. Okay, suppose if they are not using IoT, okay, don't disturb them, but let us educate them to use IoT for their precision agriculture so that they may get more profit and productive scenarios, right? So these kind of things you can think in a similar way. That's what the innovation is, what you think and how to put that in action. That is innovation. Okay. Okay, now there are some BTech students. Probably many of us are teachers. There may be some industry participant also today, but many of us are teachers, right? Especially engineering program teachers. Suppose BTech CC, BTech EC, we are teaching BTech Mechanical, BTech Civil. We are teaching a lot of students. So every student submitting one project because it is the mandate for them because it's engineering program, right? How you can take that project to patent filing is very important. I will say some story here. It's not a story, it's a real student success story also I'll share. Because many of the projects nowadays coming with AI and machine learning. So, but what I feel is we should encourage students in go in different fields. They should not focus only in machine learning. Okay, let us even if they do in machine learning also good, but some innovation you ask them. Suppose if they are just copying pasting from their seniors, if they are taking some help of some project consultant, please instruct them clearly that I will not award marks if you are submitting a plagiarized project. Or you can say that suppose if you submit the project that is already existing project, I will not award the marks. Because sometimes students heart disease prediction using machine learning algorithms, they are coming with this title. Immediately next student is doing brain disease prediction using machine learning algorithms. Okay, so even though there are two different organs they have taken, but the algorithms are similar. The first person used random forest method, the second person used support vector machine. So there is no innovation here, but rather you can guide your students saying that, see, I want my project in IoT with precision agriculture I need, because they are doing for 6 months. Okay, hardly 4 months. Suppose if they are doing 4 months, you ask them to visit some field Saturday, Sunday. Okay, in some movie also that's called Weekend Agriculture, right? In Maharshi movie I have seen long back. So that kind of motivation, you can guide your student and say them to visit the field and it will be because students also will be interested to visit those fields, and they'll be taking some pictures and they can test their sensors, because with simple Arduino or Raspberry Pi they can use to implement that boards. Okay, in market also it's available in Amazon. If you just check it out, the Raspberry Pi systems, Arduino based systems, it is hardly 1,000 or 2,000 rupees. Okay, rather than they are going and spend 6,000, 7,000 rupees in the project consultant in Amirpet, they are wasting their money as well. So that is wrong. So what I'm suggesting my students is, even though you develop a very simple system, no problem, but develop by your own. So that will create interest to students, and also the students, if they do, they will feel happy and they will be getting motivated, and they will be remembering you lifelong, and they will have a good chance to defend their interviews in upcoming sessions. Suppose if they're going to attend interview in Infosys or Cognizant, they may ask, what is your BTech project, what is your final project? If they are saying, sir, I have done machine learning algorithms, they will be asking some few questions, there are chance of rejection. But if they confidently say, sir, I have developed a prototype for precision agriculture in IoT, and it is a working model, I implemented is in Nalgonda. Suppose if they say with this confidence, they have a good chance of getting selected into Infosys. So all these things coming from student as well as the faculty motivation towards students. So you please, all of you, please, it's my request actually. Even I'm not having a bigger position to advise you, because I'm also one of the faculty, one among you. So it's my request for every teachers. So please motivate your students, especially BTech students, to do with some real-time projects. And I'm not for insisting only in IoT. Innovation can be from any field. Okay, so it may be an instrumentation field also. There is, earlier there is a BTech curriculum called EIE, Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering. Nowadays, because parents and students are not interested in taking those courses, I think now it is almost obsolete. That means the admissions are going low in that particular EIE. Now many institutes closed that EIE branch itself. Now we have EEE, ECE, but EIE is almost, but EE is one of the very good branch actually, I can say, because instrumentation, that's called biomedical instrumentation engineers are needed in Gulf. Say for example, you just go to naukri.com or indeed.com, you can just search about instrumentation, biomedical instrument engineers. They have good salary package, but on demand. But unfortunately, India having less industries in EIE, so that it is going down. Okay, we have to accept the reality. But in other countries, they need more engineers, especially instrumentation field. Okay, so like lot of things we can do. So I'm saying it's not only in IoT, but also in any field. The students can innovate with the help of AI, IoT, and whatnot, machine learning, deep learning techniques. They can, suppose if a student is coming with the heart disease prediction with deep learning, what you can say them is, okay, better, okay, you've done a better job, but what I need is, let us try to implement this heart disease prediction in real time. Then immediately he or she will be asking you, sir, how it is possible? Because I am taking data set from Kaggle.com. So immediately what you have to say, okay, no problem. We can take the data set, analyze, and compare with some similar papers already available in Elsevier, IEEE transactions. Okay, ask them to compare. In that, you ask them to find which data set they have used in the Elsevier paper. Suppose that's called mimic data set, MIMAC3. It is one of the very large data set, medical data set, that is in USA, MIMIC data set, Mimic 3 data set. Okay, medical imaging data set, that is in Massachusetts Institute of Technology data set. Okay, so these kind of data set, ask the students to take and work on it, so they will get more idea. And after that, what you tell them is, go for some nearby diagnostic centers, as the previous data, not easy. No hospitals or diagnostic center will provide the current data actually. But 5 years back, if they have some data that is not having any copyright issue, suppose ECG data, there is no wrong in getting the ECG data of 5 years back data. Okay, tell them to ask that data and connect that data to your new data set, and tell them to create a GitHub account on it. GITHub, there's a GitHub, I think most of us know. So if they create those data set and create those Python codes on GitHub, their visibility will go high and their recruitment also will be high. The students will get job from the GitHub also very high. Most of the foreign students are having their own GitHub account. From that, they are getting placement. There are no campus visiting companies, but they are getting placed. So these kind of things are going in abroad universities. Okay, so this is the some of the real student success story, and we have a lot of things to discuss here. It is and I have some more slides to talk, so I am just stopping the story here. And okay, so the filed patent on a smart attendance systems also. I will say uh, how they filed a patent. Nowadays teacher is taking the attendance and student they're giving proxies. To avoid the proxies, there is a camera that is fixed in every classroom, or we can think in this way also. Every classroom is a biometric equipped classroom. That means they have to give their fingerprint as well as the camera. So these kind of things people are doing smart attendance system. So then what the faculty role here is, after taking that particular that project, they have to have, I think every institution having IPR cell, that is called intellectual property rights cell. So what they have to do is they have to work on usually in IPR cell there will be some experts. Those have more patents in that institutes or universities. They will have, they know how to do, right? Because design is more design patent are there, utility patent are there. So they have to think accordingly. They have to design it, then they have to submit the document, so they can patent it. So this is the kind of thing they have to work on it. So any doubts here? Yeah, I think there are no doubts, but I think hope everyone listening carefully, right? I was talking about how a BTech student project can be converted or filed at least something. Patent publishing is also important. I'm not saying every patent should go for grants. It's not possible. At least if you publish that patent, it will be on your name, inventor's name. So it will be useful for you as a faculty as well as the student. They can be the co-inventors. In patent, in Indian patents, it is also called not co-inventors. All inventors are inventors only, despite their positions. Okay, so that is one idea. See, but there are some challenges in academic innovations. I will say you, because we are all, most of us, we are all faculty members in reputed institutions. So we have the workload, right? Usually, assistant professor will have from starting from, I'm saying the minimal, okay, 9 hours is starting for assistant professor, 8 to 9 hours is starting per week, I'm saying, and it will go up to 24 hours. Even I have seen that 24 hours workload. Sometime I'm saying only like classroom teaching workload, I'm saying. So up to 24 hours you may having in a week. Okay, that is, so time constraints will be there, and also lack of other activities also there. We have to work with the NAC files, NBA files, and we have to submit immediately on NIR of data. Like lot of things institution is asking you. It is not wrong, because institution also want to grow parallelly. An institution having some admission deficit, they will be asking you to call some parents. So lot of things we are doing. So but parallelly what we need to do is important. Even though there are some time constraints, you have to divide your time effectively. Suppose I am openly saying this also, most of the students are wasting their time in Instagram recently. Before 5 years they were wasting their time in Facebook. Now recently Instagram popping up into the industry, and most of the students as well as I'm saying faculty members also wasting time in Instagram. So just today only, please log out and delete your account in Instagram, come out. I'm not saying Instagram is wrong. You can use the Instagram for good information and other things, but Instagram is occupying your time, and Instagram is spoiling your time actually because of the dopamine. We will get more addiction to it. Instagram. Suppose if education content is coming, we will be seeing with less importance. But if an entertainment content is coming, we will see more importance. So we are wasting our time continuously. So that is one of the way what I am looking. Still, no, I don't have Instagram account. I don't want to create it also. Suppose if you want to get the information, what I do is I'll go through number of websites, daily basis. The first, if I want to show my desktop and web history, Google Chrome history, it will be crazy. I'll be first checking what are the conferences going in IEEE and Springer. First, my daily first job is what are the conference? Is it core ranking conference or not? I will check. And how many citations I am getting per week? I will check. How to increase the citation? I will check. And how can I write a new topic? I will check. And I'll read about a lot of literature and also lot of news around us. I have to read. I will read usually. So like these kind of things we need to give time to us. So the first thing is I'll give less important to entertainment media. That is, entertainment is important, but it should not have the cost of our life. Suppose weekly 1 hour Insta is okay. What I'm suggesting to you, but daily 1 hour is not good. It's completely wrong. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Suppose if you are seeing Netflix movie, okay, weekly 1 or 2 movies you can see, but daily if you are seeing 2 movies, that is 6 hours is going off, right? So like that you can reduce the time of entertainment, because we are in the age of, I think most of us 30 to 40 or 45 between, okay, even 45 plus also. But what I'm saying is these are all the way this is the era we have to grow in the sense not only with money but also in technology, the knowledge, and also the connections. Rather than Insta, you can use LinkedIn. Okay, you will have a lot of good connections and you can post your innovations, and you can read a lot of stories, facts, posts, and you can repost. So LinkedIn is good, but Twitter I don't suggest. Now it is called X, right? Yeah, X I'm not suggesting, because again X is kind of a debate. Politicians will be there, lot of government agencies. Okay, yeah, it's it's about individuals. But what I do, I will tell you. So time consent is not a big thing. We have to prioritize our job and give time to our jobs. Okay, that is time. And lack of funding, this is not in our hands, but this is one of the challenge. And IPR awareness, that is many people don't know about patents, so that is one of the biggest gap. Then industry linkage is one of the key criteria here. That also we have to. I told you, right? LinkedIn. If you work with LinkedIn, we will get lot of connections. So this is a innovation funnel. First is ideation, then validation, then prototyping, then POC, then IP filing, then finally commercialization. So these many steps are there. They have to work on it. So in every institution we have IACs, Institute Innovation Council will be there, and also AACs. It will be like Atal Incubation Center. Even the government is funding this. See, there are a lot of Atal FDPs also happening nowadays. If you register for it, you can register freely, and the entire registration amount. There are two different types of FDPs. One is 5 days. 6 days and 12 days. So in 6 days Atal FDP, they'll be funding up to 3 lakhs, and 12 days that's called advanced basic FDP and advanced FDP. In that, they'll be funding up to 6 lakhs and 6 lakhs plus 6 plus lakhs they'll be funding. So these kind of things we need to search and get the funding to the institutes, for the institutes. Okay, and suppose how you can develop your paper to the concept and to the patent is, suppose we have some sensor based concept and you can publish it first, then you can go for the grants. Now suppose how we can assess ourselves, that is called self assessment. Suppose if you till now not at all started the patent, Indian patent, then start it now. It is the right time. Okay, and how we are mentoring the students. See, mentoring, people are understanding it in a different way. I'll say you, one of the co-faculty I'm saying, I asked, sir, what you are doing mentoring means? So he is saying, sir, my director told to write the mentor book. So it happened actually in my previous organization. They simply told writing the mentor book is very important. No, it is not at all important. The mentor book is just for record purpose. But what you talk with them, motivating them is very important than writing. Okay, I am not saying you to not to write, but I'm saying give least importance to writing. See, sometimes you defend our official, higher officials, but I'm not saying to rebel. Okay, but do that in real time. That means if you're motivating a student, like suppose if he's not coming to classes regularly, sit with them, ask to them. See, mentoring is an art actually. Even sometimes faculty need mentors. We have to have one more place called counselors, right? Student counselors are there. We are not in NBA or NAT, so it's not possible. But we can think in this line also. Faculty also needs some counseling because they are in some stress, but they don't know whom to say. So this kind of thing also we can think. Okay, first we'll come to the point. So do you mentor student innovators? How? So we have to tell the students how to innovate it, and do you collaborate with startups? Like I told you, right? T Hub. So they have to visit the T Hubs. Then even the collaboration also possible in T Hubs. So then we have to ask them to how innovative you are, and you can write some project reports, submit a report. So like that they can come in. But ask them without plagiarism because they should not take that content from ChatGPT and submit to you. So that is also wrong. So we have to check in every single thing what the student is doing. Okay, so today's summary is in the first session. So AI plus IoT are key enablers because there are a lot of real-time examples from India. And problem to patent is not just one hour session. It is like a journey. Okay, we have to keep on working from student from BTech first year to final year. Okay, and there are a lot of institutions like agencies and lot of tools available online to support the innovations. Okay, so now we will talk about the research dimensions. Dimension that's called mentions. That means various direction in which research can evolve. That is application, architecture, algorithms, and integration. Okay, these are all the various dimensions we have in research, like application based research. Only sometime some of the real time application will be there, and sometime architecture. That means suppose that's called architecture. What are the previous IoT enabled framework architecture will be there? How can I convert that architecture to my new work? So that is the changing the architecture, okay, or creating a new architecture. That is called novel architecture. And algorithms. What algorithm can I implement? And what are the existing algorithms? How can I compare and say mine is the best algorithm? So these things you have to think and define. Then immediately you write it. Don't delay anything. Then integration, how we integrate the old techniques to your new technique, how we can adapt that. So these are the research dimensions available. And overall in AI we have machine learning, that is supervised unsupervised algorithm, and also called semi-supervised and reinforcement algorithms also there. Okay, yeah, RLS Q learning is there. In DL we have CNN RNN, and in RL we have Q learning, and in LLP we have text and speech. Yesterday we discussed this. And we have in IoT, we have four architecture layers. The first layer is called perception layer. That is the hardware layer. Okay, usually always the perception layer will be the hardware layer where the sensors, capacitance, and cables, wires, everything is in the perception layer. Next is network layer. That is how you can connect the devices with the other devices such as servers, edge servers, or nearby computers, machines. So that is network layer, right? Suppose if you are using a 5G network, I'm using Raspberry Pi. So can I take the input from a smartphone? Yes. So we have to use a SIM card in that. Okay, in Raspberry Pi circuit. So that's it. So 5G network I am using for connecting my mobile phone with the sensor. So that is network layer, wireless as well as wired network. Then middleware layer. What interface I'm using for network and application is called middleware layer. So sometimes I'm using some application, software applications and middleware. Suppose JSON coding I'm using, MongoDB I'm using for connecting those. Those are called middleware layers. Then application layer, such as what are the final application you are having. Suppose app, okay, you are using an app for Agri IoT. So that is an application layer. So these are the four layers in IoT architecture. Now, where AI meets IoT? So this is one of the good question and a challenging question. Just go through. So I think you have gone through this, right? Edge AI versus fog AI versus cloud AI. So let us have a understanding on this. The first is sensors that we are actually locating in the field or placing in the field. That is called sensors. Okay. The sensor sensing the data, okay, and it is transmitting to the nearby device that is called edge device. So that is a near server. So the edge is collecting the data from the sensors and giving to the fog nodes. Fog node is it is near the network. Suppose we have routers, right? So the router may be a fog node, and again the fog is communicating to the cloud. So you may be asking a question again, sir, why we cannot directly connect edge with cloud? It's a good question, but what may happen is there are some unwanted data. Okay, so duplication will be there, data duplications, and unwanted data will be there. So this fog is putting a filter to filter those data and sending to cloud, because cloud, it is a final and central server where we are collecting and sending to the further devices in the application layer. So these are all the devices with sensor, edge, fog, and cloud. That's a hierarchy. Okay, hope everyone understood this. Fine. Now we will see what are the role of data science in our research oriented talk here. So in data science, it is a very big field. It is not, again, it's not a new field. uh, you know Data science, uh, if you want to learn data science, you have to be very strong in mathematics, especially statistics and number theory, and also linear models. That is, yeah, number theory plus linear algebra models. Then we need to have a strong base in probabilities as well. So the raw data, we have to pre-process it and give to the ML model. So the ML model will analyze those data and give the insight generation, like even a like lot of Python libraries such as Pandas and scikit-learn, sklearn, matplotlib. So these are the graphic visualization tools that is available to generate your idea into excellent models. Okay, those who are doing in data science, they can use this for your own graphs. And there are some use cases such as smart water monitoring. Okay, suppose there is some pollutant or some dust in the water. So this IoT sensors will give an alarm to the users that there is some dust or there are some pollutants inside the water, so that safe water can be consumed by the users. Okay, and detect overuse, leaks, then visual dashboards. It's all we have to look onto it. Use cases and health wearables such as health bands. Like I told you, not only smartwatch, there are a number of different innovations are there. And to detect the heart rate, HR means heart rate, BP, blood pressure, then stress level, that also we can detect. Then accordingly, it will give the alerts, predictive alerts. I think you've gone through this use case, right? Like detecting the heart level and so on, heart rate, BP, right? So the next is smart factory anomaly detection. Okay, smart factory means actually in factory they are doing the any fault. Okay, anomaly means any abnormal behavior. That's called anomaly. So if any fault happen, it has to get detected immediately, because every factory, manufacturing sectors, and machine molding sectors, they are using this with use of sensors. I told an example of solitaire TV where they're blowing out the faulty chips, faulty transistors, right? So like that, there will be a blower column. Blower means the air pushing column, where if any small chips are there, it will be blowed out if it is a defective one. Okay. Suppose vibration sensor in motor we have to place, then detect anomaly with machine learning models, alert before failure. So these are all some of the important thing. That is called fault tolerant ideas. Even if some fault comes, how we can manage to run that industry, that is what the smart factory anomaly detection. This also you can take as a use case and you can start working on patent or whatever today I'm saying, these are all brand new ideas, so you can use of it. But I'm not saying brand new. Maybe some industries have already implemented those things also. We don't know. But we can write a project or paper or patent on it with some with your mind. See, if many beautiful mind mixing, good ideas may evolve. Okay. So suppose if four colleagues are having a carpooling, okay, if you are going to your home in evening time, so to your college to your home it will take suppose half an hour or 1 hour. In that time if you discuss this, lot of ideas may evolve. So this is a productive discussion. Suppose in carpooling most of them they'll be having their distress among their management or something. Say today I got very severe day, my HOD scolded me. But that can we cannot revert back those things. Anyway they scolded over, forget it. Now think about what you can do, what you can do with the team, what we can achieve with the team. Think about it and you can work on it. Then A for SDGs, please make a note of it. SDGs means Sustainable Development Goals. In the recent NEP policy, I think you know about the National Education Policy in India. They have insisting on this SDGs. Even if you are going for any NAC, NBA, NIRF, how many papers you publish nowadays, they are not asking. How many papers you publish that is aligned with this SDGs is very important. Even if you go to scopus.com in your authors console, you can see in how many SDGs you publish in different domains your paper. Suppose United Nations formed, there are I think 18 SDGs are there. In that, in AIoT that is mapping to SDGs such as health care monitoring is coming in SDG 3, and in SDG 6 they are talking about water like purified water, smart water, safe water, all this coming in water. And in SDG 11, we have smart cities like mobility AI. How we can take that AI and IoT together to attain your sustainable development goals. But what is sustainability? I will tell you, because if I ask, you may be answering, but I don't know from yesterday onwards, no one is replying. Anyway, so that I'm only explaining. Sustainability means we are surviving in this earth. Okay, so this is we can also call Mother Earth. Okay, we have Mother Telangana, Mother India, then Mother Earth. Anyway, Earth is final mother, right? Okay, Mother Universe, fine. So in Mother Earth, there are a lot of pollutants, plastics waste, and the people are even they are saying we are increasing the global warming because of that. Ozone layer is getting affected. All the things why we are saying because we have to always work on with sustainable development goals. That means if you are developing something, the human race and the living creature should not get affected by that development. See, there is a scientist. Even a movie also came. I think most of you seen the Oppenheimer movie, right? The simple idea, creating a uranium plutonium that become a big atom bomb, and many people lost their lives because of USA kept two atom bombs in Japan. I think Hiroshima, Nagasaki. That story, because of that, that is not a sustainable development goal. Okay, so that people started. Now also a lot of wars going towards all around. Recently Pahalgam attack, terror attack, and Gaza attack, Israel attack, Iran attack. So like lot of things are going. USA attack on Iran again. So how to avoid all these wars? How to we have a peaceful and happy life in this year? That is what this sustainable development goal is talking about. Then you cannot say, sir, I'm using toothbrush that is in plastic. Can I not use toothbrush? I'm not saying to completely avoid plastic. It's not at all possible nowadays. Use toothbrush, but there's a kind of a disposal. There's even e-waste. I don't know how many of us are doing a proper disposal of e-waste. So in every institution, we should have a e-waste bin also. That is also one of the point in NAC and NBA criteria. How many electronic waste bins you have in every department we have to maintain actually. Why? Because if we are having a old keyboard, old motherboard, old RAM, okay, or damaged mouse, damaged keyboard, damaged monitor, we have to put it in e-waste and we have to properly dispose those waste also. That is one of the sustainable development goals. And in every institution during the NAC visit, they'll be showing some big e-waste and after next day they'll remove. But my suggestion for all institutions, because now I'm talking as a speaker, now you are all the listeners and you can be representing this issue to your HODs, your management, because if you're keep on keeping that will create awareness with students, not one day during inspection. But nowadays every NAC also becoming online due to some issues in KL University. But okay, let it be. But if it is in online also, how much documentation we are creating with genuine is also important. Okay, so those are all things, sustainable development goals. If you place in your notice board, what are the sustainable development goals I am having for my institution, you place it on notice board, you play and display as a banner, make awareness about these SDGs, all SDGs to students, so they'll get aware about this. And these are the key research themes in AI and IoT, such as predictive maintenance, smart mobility, then real-time analytics, and also sustainability. So these are the top themes we can. So now I'm sharing the federated learning presentation. This is also important because it is also a current trending research topic what we need to understand. How we can integrate the federated learning in IoT. So first of all, we need to understand what is federated learning. So this federated learning, it is one of the part of, we can say, artificial intelligence as well, because all our sub branches and subdomain from A is the, suppose A is a tree, then, but before A, what is the tree? What is the root? It is mathematics, okay, physics. That is the base for A. Then A become a tree. Then these are the sub branches such as data science, deep learning, NLP, federated learning. These are the branches of the tree. So this data stays on device. Suppose in federated learning, how we can mix with IoT is how we can optimally use the memory in your device as well as in the server. Okay, so here the models are trained locally, and always the privacy is also important. We should not enter into others' privacies in the real world as well as in the technological world, I can say. Okay, now we will talk about the digital twin, because nowadays lot of book chapters are coming in digital twin technology. So I need to talk about this. I told in initial slide, right? So this is that slide. Digital twin means that is called real plus virtual. The simple example, smart buildings. Buildings are available. Yet if you are increasing the number of IoT devices, sensor based devices, then it is called smart buildings. Like door automations, automatic doors, automatic air conditioners, automatic lighting of bulbs, tube lights, fans, and so on. Then vehicle health systems, like mobility in health systems. Sometimes I'm not talking about ambulance. I'm talking about vehicle health systems, like how much mobility is there for healthcare professionals is important, because health is very important. I'm talking about how we can integrate the Medicare technology into real plus virtual, that is digital twin in vehicle health systems. Suppose if there's a monitoring device, okay, so we are attaching and we are collecting the data and we are processing the data. That is one way. Second way is, suppose if patient is sitting in some other location. I'm talking about geographical location. Okay, suppose you are in Pune, I am in Hyderabad. Still, I can able to guide you. I can advise you regarding your medications. That is called vehicle health systems. Then Industry 4.0 assets. Earlier, 2 year back it was Industry 2.0. Now it became Industry 4.0 suddenly. Why? Because earlier industry, then Industry 2.0 with IoT, Industry 3.0 with IIoT, that is Industrial Internet of Things, that is Industry 3.0. Now Industry 4.0 is AI plus IoT, that is Industry 4.0. So you can please make a note of here, AI plus IoT is Industry 4.0. Okay, now what are the real-time system bottleneck, AI bottlenecks in the real-time system is, there are some delay, that is also called latency. Okay, the high latency, then battery consumption, very important here. So sensors are running with the battery. So if it is low battery, then we cannot do anything. Again, we have to charge it, recharge it. So this is one of the biggest problem. Even I had a EV vehicle, but I sold it because of the battery problem only. So my view is, I'm not going to use EV vehicles for the next couple of years, because it is in the initial stage. We don't have enough powering units in our road. So until unless if we are having full infrastructure, then we have to go for it. Now it is in amateur stage. Okay, then limited computation power, such as the edge AI will be helping, and lightweight ML models may help. Then if we see the publication trends in AI and IoT, suppose say for example, in Scopus in 2019, the combination of AI and IoT, if you search also you can get 1200 plus papers are there in AI IoT combination. Now in 2024, just 1 year back, it grown into 5800 plus papers in the research area. That means nearly 4 time increment. That means most of the people are working in these areas. So this is a real data. You can check in Scopus database also. So like if you take those research, you have lot of enough references and enough literatures are available. Okay, and also there are some future discussion. That means they have given for the next generation researchers, that is open forums. There we can take the idea and start implementing in our papers. So say for example, there's a topic AI for smart grid fault detection. So here there are some citations, and it is a recent innovation, right? So if you write in similar line, you will have more citation also may come into your papers. And how to bridge the industry academia gap, it is one of the biggest challenge, for every institutions. They are trying to do this, maximum they are trying to do this, but finally some industries are happy to collaborate. Some industry they will collaborate only for namesake, they will not come for placements even. That also to be avoided. Those industries having a strong linkage bond with the academic, that is actually welcome. We have to welcome those industries. There's a place called ECIL. We have a lot of startups and lot of web technology industries are there, that we can focus to have a startup. And T-Hub and High Tech City Mindspace, there we can have a collaboration. But how to bridge this collaboration, bridge this gap is, write a mail from your institution placement cell to the industry's academia connect partners. We can find them through their contact us page. Suppose Deloitte is there. Deloitte is a MNC. I think many institutions already have a placement cell, and already they are having a tie-up with Deloitte. I'm saying for example. Okay, so Deloitte company having a huge reputation, right? So you can connect through some industry connect partners with that industry, or else you can visit the industry once or twice. Then you can have a LinkedIn profile, right? There you can search number of LinkedIn profiles from Deloitte. Then you can start connection. You can share your academic research publication credentials, and you can start collaborating with those industry partners. Then they'll be happy to partnering with you with the academic placements, and like a lot of things we can do actually. I can say one thing: if you keep on thinking, nothing can happen unless you put it in action. And even it is not my word, it is Dr. Abdul Kalam's word. Okay, think and also put it in action. So that will help you to get into a progressive state. More progress you can see. Okay, so what are the research question you have? What, why, when, where, who, how, all these things in your mind. So for that we need to work a lot. It is a big discussion actually. So that I'm skipping this. I'm going directly for what to do today. Yesterday I told you one tool called ssite.ai, right? There we can get a lot of ideas about citation and citations and reference management system. Even you can go and just check it out. I am stopping sharing and directly show you this because those who are attending newly today, they can have an idea about this. Okay, I'm sharing my Chrome now. I'm sharing the screen. Hope everyone seeing this right. So now there's called scite.ai. Okay, so this is one of the research tool for researchers, those who want their research to be supported by the AI assistants. You can select your own way and you can also select your citations in the publications and we can grow with this. But here there is also pricing and other things. Just you can try for the trial version. Suppose if you're happy, you can go with the pricing. Then smooth in AA. This also will be very much helpful for your research. Okay, here if you even the AA content you can detect and it can remove for you. So these are all things we need to look onto it. And end note, I think yesterday last half an hour I was talking about this. And even I got many responses in mail regarding this, how to use AI, how to enable this in my research. Many research scholars also they have sent a mail regarding this, and even they shared their research and they asked my help. Surely I will collaborate with those students, research scholars as well as faculties. I'll be helping you to find your ideas and I'll suggest you which AI to use for your research. I'll surely write a mail back to them. Today in my afternoon or evening session I'm free. That time I'll write a mail to them individually. Okay. Now again we'll go back to slides. Yeah, so this is citation insights. Then elicit, there is a AI tool where question based search is available, and we have a lot of visual maps of research is available, like visualization tool also I told yesterday. And these are some of the funding agency. Make a note of it, please. So I think most of us know this. SCRB core research, CRG, SRG, and DST early career grant, and ModRops modernizing the lab facilities and so on. So this also can apply. And okay, so summary. So how to make us our research very, like, there's interesting point is also very much important. How they will feel our research is more interesting is recent trending topic, as well as we have to work with real-time ideas to prove our research is better than other research. So we have to market our own research. That is what today structured curiosity we can say. And we have to have a good collaboration. Wide collaboration is needed. I have collaborators all over the globe. So like we have to keep on writing emails to them and apply for funding. Yeah, publish with purpose like SDG goals, right? SDG goals. Now, data types. What kind of data types you can use for IoT is time series like temperature data type, GPS and location tags, then RFID logs, sensor logs. So these kind of data types are we have in IoT. Suppose sensors such as air quality index and air quality parameters like CO2, that means carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, then particulate matters. PM means particulate matters. That is very minute dust that will affect our lungs actually. If you inhale that for more time, it will affect our lungs. So that in Delhi, the air quality index is very less. Even you can check in online. What is the air quality index in Hyderabad, Delhi, Tamil Nadu, everywhere we can check. Then soil moisture, then pulse rate sensors, vibration sensors, and so on. Then we'll talk about big data also. There are three V's. I think you know about this: volume, variety, and velocity. Actually, it's called veracity, but anyway, variety is also correct. Huge data inflow, many formats, and rapid data updates. So these are the important three characteristics of big data. And these are some of the open dataset platforms. You can also include MIMIC3. There's a large dataset for machine learning models in the heart disease, as well as the that's available in the US repository, MIT repository, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. And these are some of the tools we are using for, suppose Google Colab. I think you know about this. They are having a big GPU for processing your Python, even though if your processor, you're having a programming of 1 lakh lines of codes also, this Google Colab is efficient to run your codes. Okay. And there's also called Rapid Miner, then Vega, then Thingsboard. These are all the tools that is created by some MNCs. We can get a use of it. You can also make a note of this. Yeah, hope you have taken this. So how we can integrate the AI in IoT is, so we can also call this called pipelining process. That means one by one, we have to keep on doing this. Load the data, then clean the data, then train the data, then predict those data, accordingly evaluate and give the results. So it is like iteration. That means repeating this loop forever to get more cleaned and accurate data. Now we have use case. I told air quality index prediction, right? So it's predicting the air quality from IoT sensors. So the input is temperature, humidity, and particulate matters. PM means don't write prime minister, it is particulate matter. So the output is air quality category. Okay, so now I'll show you in real time how it can be possible. So now I'll share that particular Chrome screen so that you can understand this importance of this research. Now what you are seeing here is cpcb.nic.in is a Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change from Government of India. So here in the first link we have National Air Quality Index. We have to click this. It will take you to the next link. Okay, we have to enter some captcha. So I'm entering JIB TJX, everything in capital, verify. I think I'm right. So suppose it will give the real-time data. That what the sensors, what we are looking on it. Suppose I'm selecting a state. Suppose it is in Delhi in the default, but I am selecting suppose Telangana. State is Hyderabad. City is Hyderabad. Then select station. Suppose I am selecting Central University. Okay, ECL I'm selecting. Even you can select anything. ECL I'm selecting. Then immediately what's happening here is the prominent pollutant is PM10, that is particulate matter. It's also coming out from fuels. Suppose the pollutant from the bike, car, and also from the industry. So the levels also it has been given. So it's a real-time data. Suppose if it is 0 to 50, it is good. Okay. 51 to 100 satisfactory, but 401 to 500 is severe. That means it affects healthy people and seriously impact those with existing diseases. If it is 301 to 400, respiratory illness on prolonged exposure. So many people in Delhi suffering with lung disease because of this problem. I will tell you immediately and simply Delhi. Okay. See now it is 72 in Telangana. Okay, now I'm selecting Delhi. Select station. I'm putting some random, okay, airport. Okay. Delhi Airport. Indira Gandhi International Airport. It is 64. Pollutant is NO2. Maybe the airport is somewhat okay. Air quality is satisfactory. But say for example, I can also select from this. Suppose if I'm selecting near Nehru Nagar, that is Central Delhi, 23rd July, today 11 a.m. that data has been taken. It is also satisfactory. But there are some places, Shadipur in South Delhi, 57. We can also see the severity. Suppose if it is in orange color, Ashok Vihar. Suppose that is severe pollutants. See the timeline where the pollutants overall it is 65, but we see the timeline. In this time 220, then 267. That means what happening 267? It is in the poor. That means breathing discomfort to most people on prolonged exposure. That means they have to use the N95 mask in day-to-day life. Loni, Ghaziabad also there are some severe risks available. So like that the National Air Quality Index is giving the data according to the sensor that is placed in those regions. The government is already doing this. What I'm saying is you implement or integrate AI with this and you can predict the tomorrow's pollution with the history of the past data. See, the prediction accuracy may go wrong, but at least you can get some near result. Okay, like that you can start your research project. You can write a funded proposal on this based on this data already available with our airquality.cpzb.gov.in. Okay, so these websites you can take the data. You can even download the data. See here, list of aqueous station data. We can download this and you can open this Excel to see the data. Okay, like that. I'm stop sharing this. I'll open the data that I downloaded just now. I'm opening now the Excel data. I'm sharing it to you. So here, what we have to do is I'm sharing the Excel. Hope everyone's seeing this right. Yeah, so Central Pollution Control Board, they given the list of cities with timestamp and the current AQE value. Like that, if you take the report of, see, some cities are not available. Suppose Gwalior, insufficient data. That means that particular sensor's battery dried out, or they have not placed sensor or any fault in sensor. Okay, so okay, like that so whatever data available, okay, you take those data. Like that, you download for 30 days. Or simply take the data from this website for the last 30 days. That are also possible to download. Okay, I'll tell you how. So take those data and analyze and compare the data between different cities and how we can improve the sensors residual energy. That is on paper you can write. So like that we can have lot of ideas. So this is a simple example I told you. Okay. Okay, so I think we are in the end of the session. Now we'll stop with this real-time data and hands-on experience. Now, any doubts in this session you can ask. Okay, then I'll wind up the session. I'll be available up to 12. The last 10 minutes, you can ask some doubts or any questions. And I thank you very much for your patience listening. Very patient you are. Yeah, I'm waiting for you all guys to have any doubts you have. You can interact with me.
Dear wonderful participants, do you have any questions? Raise your hands, we will enable your mics. Or you can give the questions through the chat box also. Dear participants,
I think they don't have any doubts. I think they clearly understood. Like that, I can assume.
sir, one of the participants asking, Shiva Prasad sir,
Okay.
sir, how to create data sets for huge data set for doing NLP tasks?
Yeah, I got a mail from him as well, the same. I think he's a research scholar in VIT.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I'll share the relevant case studies as well as share the links to him. The things are simple. Let us say everyone can understand this. Suppose if you want a huge data set, right? Or if you already have link or you want to work with a huge data set. Anyway, I gone through his mail. Just I think he sent a mail to me. 11:22 a.m. Sir sent a mail. I'll reply to that. But I want to throw the light on this topic. Suppose if you need big data, you can go with some already available data set repositories. Okay, Kaggle is one of the very famous repository for collecting health data. Okay, and also not only Kaggle, we have lot of repository that is called UT repository, MIMAC repository. Then there are some repositories in Europe that I will share to you. After this presentation, I will share the slides to the coordinator, Dr. Kiran sir. In that last slide, I will also share the links for getting the data set.
Good. Then one announcement, professors, we will share all the PPTs, the files, documents, what we are having in the sessions, we will share to the group.
Yeah. Any other doubts?
And sir, they are post 1 second, sir.
Okay.
Participant, do you have any questions? Please raise your hand. We'll enable your mic or post your query to the chat box. And we share the feedback link to the YouTube streaming also. If you are facing any problem in the team link, you can give the feedback through the YouTube link. Sir, sir only asking two questions.
Okay.
Sir, one more question from Shivaprasad sir. Sir, can you suggest tool for research to upload or take more 40 research papers to extract relevant data? Any tools?
Sir, can you repeat it?
Yes, sir. He's asking that, sir, can you suggest tool for research to upload or take more 40 research papers to extract relevant data? He wants to extract the data from the papers, more than 40.
Okay.
For that, any tools is there like that is asking. Shivaprasad.
So that's called SciSpace, sir, that he can use. Shivaprasad sir, are you online?
Are you there, sir? Shivaprasad sir?
There's EndNote, SciSpace. Lot of tools are available to extract data. Even the simple chat GPT also, if you upload a paper, it will extract the content that will give you.
And sir, Ganga Sanuwala madam asking that places for industrial visits for students.
Yeah, that also I will send in PPT, and also the places where, sir, in Hyderabad or where?
They didn't mention, sir. They're asking only the industrial visit to the school.
Okay.
Hyderabad.
Yeah. Industrial visit in Hyderabad, you can even go for medium and small scale industries also. Not only we have to target only Cognizant or Infosys, we can visit some industries in High Tech City, ECIL, and also in Mindspace, T Hub. These are the places where we can take our students for industrial visit. And sir, luckily I got an opportunity in this current organization. We are visiting some places that is called Kanha Shantivanam. It is not industry, but we can see how the plant growth happening there. Even the BTech CSE students can understand about the plant growth. That is also considered as industrial visit. And also we can take the students to some rural places because they are in urban area. We can take them to rural places to educate the rural kids. So the basic computers the rural kids don't know. So they will be happy to interact with our BTech students, and they are discussing about their computer knowledge. So like this can also be taken, because industry is not only meant for going to industry. It is also like we can take it's a social program also.
Participants, any other questions? Sir is expertise in many research areas. You can utilize this opportunity. Final call for asking a question.
Yeah, so I am also open to everyone to collaborate. I already told you. So I have given my mail ID as well as my number to coordinator. So you can please share. If they hesitant to ask question also, they can post my mail or my mobile
Yes,
number. No.
we are providing your details in the group, the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, sure.
Any other questions? Otherwise, we'll wind up the session. Meanwhile, please fill the feedback form which we have shared in the YouTube streaming as well as in the chat box.
So thank you very much, sir. I think there is no question. So
Yeah, yes, sir. There is no questions. So we'll wind up the session, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the knowledge presentation. And your presentation was both insightful and engaging, and it truly enriched the knowledge of everyone who are attended. We look forward to having more sessions with you, sir, in the future. Thank you so much, sir.
sure, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I thank the management, HOD, and the coordinators for inviting me and have a fruitful session. Thank you very much, sir. I'm always be approachable and available. We will also
Yes, sir.
collaborate in research in AI and IoT. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Participants, we are going to start the session, afternoon session by 2 o'clock. So meanwhile, fill the form. The form is available up to 1 p.m. So already we shared the link in the WhatsApp, sorry, in the YouTube streaming and the chat box. Anyone facing problems in the chat box in the team, you can use the option in the YouTube stream. The afternoon session starts at 2 p.m. Link is not enabled. Link is enabled. Link will be enabled up to 1 p.m. As of now, we have received 100 response page. So I think there is no problem in the link. Participants, you are facing any problems means you can access the feedback link to the YouTube streaming. You can find the YouTube streaming link in the WhatsApp group. So we are receiving multiple responses. Think in a chat box also.